What up, everyone? Deiveson Figueiredo versus Montel Jackson. As always, we're going to start with statistics, and then I give you my opinion, and then the predictions. So, as far as reach, the advantage I think is going to go to Montel Jackson. He's going to have a massive reach advantage. I think it's going to be something like 7.5-inch reach advantage. That's crazy. If this fight stays on the feet, I think it's gonna be a nightmare for Deiveson Figueiredo purely from the reach. Um, I feel very bad for Deiveson Figueiredo, but he has finishing ability. 75% finishing rate, which is pretty high, versus Montel Jackson with a 56% finishing rate. But Montel Jackson has power in his hands, which is kind of crazy that he has such a low. Um, it's kind of crazy that he has such a low finishing ability. Um, as far as striking, I think to be honest, I don't know. I'm going to give Montel Jackson the advantage in this particular fight. Obviously, he's going to have more volume. Defensively, he is better. Um, so when you combine the fact that Montel Jackson is going to have a 7.5-inch reach advantage, he's going to be throwing a little bit more than Deiveson Figueiredo. He is better defensively, and I would argue he's even better technically. Um, the striking advantage is going to go to Deiveson Figueiredo. So the only way I see Deiveson Figueiredo actually winning is if um, he manages to get the fight to the ground. So let's actually talk about the grappling. So as far as the grappling goes, I mean Montel Jackson is not particularly bad. He does have some offensive wrestling. He does have a little bit of defensive wrestling. Both of them are pretty much terrible defensively as far as wrestling goes. But the thing about this particular fight for me is that 2025 has been the year of the veterans or the OGs, whatever you want to call them. A lot of these older fighters have been winning, shockingly. A lot of the prospects in the UFC have not been performing particularly well. So it's kind of hard for me to actually have confidence in Montel Jackson purely because of that particular fact. But skill for skill, I do think Montel Jackson should win this fight pretty handily. He should win this fight pretty easily, especially because I feel like Deiveson Figueiredo is a bit past this prime, to be honest. Um, no disrespect to him though. So my subscribers went with Deiveson Figueiredo. I'm going with Montel Jackson. I guess we'll just have to wait and see how this one plays out. But yeah, this one could be very interesting because if Montel Jackson had a bit more fights in the UFC, I would potentially say I would potentially say maybe I'm extremely confident in Montel Jackson, but I mean let's see his ranking. What's his ranking? I think he's ranked number 8. Oh damn, 15. And Deiveson Figueiredo is a former champion, ranked number 6 in the bantamweight division. That's kind of crazy. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see how this one goes, man. So yeah, I think this concludes the breakdown for this particular fight. I'm going with Montel Jackson. My subscribers are going with Deiveson Figueiredo. I guess we'll just have to wait and see how this one plays out. It's going to be very interesting. Skill for skill, I do think Montel Jackson is way better than Deiveson Figueiredo. Plus, Figueiredo has achieved everything he needs to achieve at this point. He's just fighting for the love of it. He's not trying to achieve anything, as far as I'm concerned, at least. Maybe he still believes he can be a champion. Who knows? But this is a very huge jump up in competition for Montel Jackson. I guess we'll just have to wait and see if he actually manages to get this one done. Anyway, this concludes the breakdown for this particular fight. See you on the next one. So I'm going to be posting these breakdowns on a daily basis. Monday, Saturday to yeah, I start on Saturday up until Friday, and then Saturday it's new predictions. Those who've been following my channel for a while, I think, already know about that. But yeah, I'm going to be doing this on a daily basis. I love and appreciate all of you. Until next time, deuces.